Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Shenanaguy Plays Trails of Cold Steel. So let's go ahead and get back into it here with a hidden quest. Back here, behind the Bracer Guild. Yeah, over there. I was like, there's supposed to be a group of kids around here. Where are they? I've been searching everywhere for you two. What have you been doing here? Put a sock in it. We're not telling some dumb girl anything. Yeah, we're having a manly adventure, so you better step off. Fine, just do what you want. I hope evil spirits come and snatches you away. Oh, shouldn't say things like that. But... Oh! Is this the person we're looking for? Yeah, okay. Hey there, Cindy. What brings you here? Oh, good day. You wouldn't happen to have seen Toval today, would you? I did, but I'm afraid he's currently out of town attending to some business. I see. Do you need something from the guild? It's nothing too important. Well, Toval did leave us in charge of the guild for the day. Ah, yeah, and we're right here, so just ask us if you need anything. That's right. Helping others is what the guild does, and that's what we're here for too. Lady Laura, I can't simply ask to give up... I can't simply ask you to give up your time for my sake. But if you insist, then I suppose... Dots. I happen to be looking for some luminous grass, you see. Oh? I can't recall ever hearing of such a plant before. I assume it's well known here in Legram? That's right. It's a rare flower that grows in the surrounding countryside. It has the unusual trait of blooming only on sunny days, and only when the previous day was foggy. That certainly is unusual. I guess that would make today an ideal day to go find some then. That's correct. That's why I made my way to the guild to ask Toval to find me some for me. But as you just informed me, he isn't in today. I can't really go out onto the highway on my own because of the monsters, though, so I'm at a loss as to what to do. So would you be willing to go and gather some for me instead? Yes! Leave it to us. Really? Thank you so much. I have a pretty good idea as to why you might want it, but allow me to ask. I assume you're planning to make a charm, right? That's correct. A charm? In Legram, when someone you hold dear embarks on a long journey, it's a tradition to make a charm for them. Then, you give it to that person to take with them, and it's supposed to bring them good luck. Wow, I'd never heard of any traditions like that. It's a custom that stretches all the way back to the Middle Ages. It's said it began when people offered charms to the members of the Eisenritter as they left for distant battlefields. Fascinating. So how is this luminous grass used to make these charms then? Well, the traditional way has you place one of its petals within the charm itself. Because of how the flowers bloom, people believed they had the power to clear away fog. And because of that, the flower came to symbolize victory over chaos. Wow, that's pretty deep. Yeah, that actually sounds like a really cool charm. Have you ever been given one, Laura? I have, actually. Cindy gave me one right before I left for Thor's. Soria and Chloe both gave one to me too. I keep them in my desk at the academy. When I look at them, it always makes me feel a little closer to home. They're some of my most prized treasures. I'm so pleased to hear you say that. She really does care for Laura, doesn't she? I think we can safely assume so. Back to the luminous grass, though. What exactly does it look like? It's the only flower with white petals that grows around here, so that'll be the easiest way to find it. They may be rare, but we should be able to find one if we search the Ebel Highway. I've heard they're found more frequently at higher elevations, particularly near steep cliffs and the like. Well, with that much information, we ought to be able to find one. Let's start the search while we still have plenty of daylight. Yeah, time for more flower power. Thank you very much. Good luck. Quest Chain of the Eisenritter started. And then... we can go ahead and pick... I got the hiccups again. How many days in a row is this now? We can go ahead and pick up this quest as well. Oh, hello everyone. Have you come along after seeing the request I sent to Toval? That's right. You're in search of some sort of elusive fish, correct? I am. I feel like I should apologize for asking you guys to help me with a personal request, but are you up for it? If you are, I can share the details with you all right now. Yes. You're in luck. Our schedule just happens to have an opening. Ah, thank you very much. Just like the request mentioned, I want you guys to seek out a certain elusive fish for me. It's a particular variety of salmon known as a gold salmon. Just like the name says, its body has a golden glow, not unlike the look of Goldia itself. That must be an exquisite fish. It sounds rather garnish, honestly, but I'd have to see it to judge for myself. Have you ever seen this fish before, Wyber? Unfortunately, all I know are what I've heard from the rumors. Bem, who's usually fishing at the back of the inn, is actually the one who told me about it. Its golden color isn't its only distinctive trait either, he said. He mentioned that its flavor is to die for, too. Oh, now you've got my attention. I'm afraid I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in a taste myself. That's certainly understandable. After hearing so much about it, I wanted nothing more than to try it. I've been bugging Toval about it for quite a while now, and now it seems like, thanks to you, I might finally get my chance to try it. Fishing, huh? I guess bracers even take on jobs like this. If the fish is so elusive, though, what are the chances we could even catch one before the day's end? That does seem to be the most obvious issue here. Is it even possible to catch this fish in Lake Ebel? Doesn't seem so, unfortunately. Ben mentioned that he did catch several of them here at one point, but he hasn't found one on the end of his line for several decades now. That doesn't exactly inspire confidence, you know. How would we go about catching it then, and where? Well, I've actually received some promising info from Toval that put me back on the trail. He claims he's seen a golden sparkle in a river along the highway several times now. All the sparkle sightings have been in different locations, though. Well, at least that narrows down our search of the river. True. It'll be much easier than trying to search the lake would be. We might be able to find it then. I know it won't be easy, but I'd be pleased as punch if you did catch one. But now that I think of it, do you have the right tools for the job? Sure do. Brought my rod with me. Will this work? Let's see what you got there. Reen showed his rod to Wyber. My word! That is the Lake Lord Company's highest grade fishing rod. The gold salmon is supposedly quite a hefty fish, but catching it should be no issue with this. You must have fishing in your blood if you have a rod this nice. That is a bit of unique dialogue for a second playthrough. Thanks. Allow us to make our way then. Yeah, let's go. Quest, a golden catch started. And to the Ebel Highway we shall go. Bum, ba, ba, bow, ba, bow. Oh, the music changed. Yes. So that's the fishing spot. I'm pretty sure the hidden quest is in the second part of the highway. So we'll do the hidden quest first and then head up the fishing on our way back. That seems to make the most sense. Whoops. Yes, right there. Yeah. It's so convenient to have a map that tells you exactly where to go. And that was this way. Hey, look at that. Those look whitish. Oh my, what pretty flowers. They look so clean and white. Are these luminous grass? They are. You can still see beads of dew clinging to them. The sunlight shining through the droplets makes the flowers shine. They're so shiny. Here, allow me. Found a luminous grass. Alright, we should take this back to Cindy at once. Right, let's not waste time. Yeah, but we will waste time because we have to go catch a fish as well. Should be pretty quick though. I foresee no issues with catching said fish.
A challenging foe. We should engage it with care.
What are you doing here, I wonder? That shiny golden glow. I simply can't wait to catch it. This seems like a good spot to fish, but I wasn't expecting someone to be here already. She seems to be an ordinary civilian, and a noble at that. I'm surprised she strayed this far from town. Should we try talking to her? Yeah, might as well. Excuse me, could we talk to you for a moment? Exclamation! Who are you? Wait, I recognize you. You're that military academy student who saved me in my hour of need several months ago. Oh, yeah. I think we did meet once before. Oh, so you know her? Yeah, we ran into her while we were out in Keldek on our very first field study. Now I remember, one of our tasks involved delivering a lost wallet to its owner. And it just so happened that the wallet belonged to this lady in front of us. I see. I'm very grateful for what you did for me. Sadly, that wallet has become rather lighter since you returned it to me. Oh. Might we ask what brings you out here? I would have thought that was obvious. I'm trying to catch my dinner, of course. Some may think of fishing as a leisurely hobby, but I would beg to differ. It's proven to be an essential survival skill. I see. I don't remember her being anything like this last time. So, what inspired you to come this far out of town to fish? You could have just sat on a dock in Legram, right? She could have, yes. Legram is conveniently situated right on the shores of Lake Ebble, after all. Surely it wasn't necessary to brave the dangers of the highway to come out this far just to fish. That's where you're wrong, I'm afraid. A first-class angler needs a first-class spot. Easy fishing on the shores of a peaceful lake just wouldn't satisfy me. What is with this woman? She's certainly a unique individual. Sounds like you're after something special, if I had to guess. Indeed I am. I've come here seeking the elusive gold salmon. I heard tales of it from a gentleman in Legram by the name of Bem. But he also informed me that it cannot be found in Lake Ebble, which is what led me to this spot. And sure enough, not long ago, I finally caught a glimpse of a golden glimmer beneath the water's surface here. A golden glimmer? That sounds a lot like what Toval said he saw too. Looks like this must be the spot then. I should have known that you'd be searching for it too. Very well then. Let us compete to see who can catch a golden salmon first. That's not really what I had in mind when we came out here. That aside, we seem to have found our location. True enough, let's get fishing. To the fishing we will get. And that was way easier than I remember it being the first time around. Impossible! You caught a gold salmon before me? How can this be happening? You're not making me... Now you're making me feel kind of bad about it. Still, thank you very much for telling us about the golden glimmer you saw. We may not have thought to fish here if not for your guidance. Fair play is a necessary element in any competition. Think nothing of it. Besides, I simply paid the price for underestimating you. It was my fault that I lost. I thought my experience over the past several months had strengthened me, but it seems I still have some room to improve. And improve I shall, until one day I'm known across the land as the finest angler in all of Arabonia. Well then, I bid you good day. Yeah, more power to you. And we shall return to Legram.
It's enormous.
Wrong
Stay
way.
on guard.
We want to go this way. And we got to turn in our quests. So we'll talk to Cindy first. Get that one out of the way. Welcome back, Lady Laura. I see you managed to find some luminous grass. That we did. Here you go. Laura handed over the luminous grass. Thank you so much. Now all that's left is to make sure the petals don't wither away. I see you're wasting no time. You have a special man in mind, don't you? I hope he returns your feelings. Please don't misunderstand, Lady Laura. I might be making it for a man, but there's no special meaning or underlying feelings there. I'm just doing this as a way to offer my thanks to him. Your thanks? Might I ask what it is you're thanking him for? Well, you see, Saria and I were out on the highway not long ago, but somehow we ended up quite a distance from the road lamps, and it was just the two of you out there alone. That seems awfully dangerous. It was. As you might imagine, we were beset by monsters. However, one of the disciples of the Arcade school happened to be passing by and saved us from our predicament. He escorted us both back to town, but as soon as we'd returned, he left for the training hall to resume his practice. So in the end, we didn't really have the chance to thank him properly. Sounds like a pretty cool guy. I like how he departed so gallantly at the end, too. True, it was very dashing, but still, I did feel terrible about not being able to thank him for his selfless deed. Soon after, I learned that the disciples of the Arcade school all one day leave Legram to return to their homes. So, you decided to make a charm for him. Your heart's in the right place, and your intentions are noble. I'm sure a disciple of the school would be more than happy to receive what we call the charm of promised victory. Yes, that's exactly it. Do you understand now, Lady Laura? I'm deeply grateful to him, but you'll forever be the only one in my heart. Yes, I think I understand what you're saying perfectly. Do you really think she has no feelings for him, though? Not even a little bit? A maiden's heart holds many unknown secrets. Oh yes, that reminds me. I've yet to properly thank you for your help, so please take this. Received a fairy brooch. Did you make this yourself? I did. It's not the same kind of charm, but I put my heart into making it all the same. I wasn't able to make one for everyone, but I hope it'll come in handy on your journey. Oh, this is pretty cute. Thank you very much. Quest, Charm of the Eisenritter completed. And now to turn in our fish. I don't remember what voice I was doing for this guy. Hey there, everyone. Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the legendary gold salmon you have there? Defying all the odds, it actually is. Here you go. Reen handed the golden salmon to Wyber. Oh my! It's so beautiful. I really can't thank you enough. It's even more splendid than Bem's tales tells. Now, I can see why people liken its appearance to Goldia, too. So, when are you gonna cook it up for us? Really now? I see you're as curious about this taste as I am. Naturally, I have every intention of sharing the taste of this triumphant catch with all of you. As for how to bring out the finest flavor, river fish tend to be best suited to grilling, so just wait a few minutes while I fire up the grill. I'm kind of looking forward to this now. And to think, we got some food from one of our morning tasks, too. It feels like we've just been stuffing our faces today. Suffering our faces? Oh gosh. And so it was that with forks held high, they all dug in and enjoyed the fruits of their labor. Well then, what do you guys think? Where do I even start? Well, the amount of fat was just perfect. Sublime even. Agreed. Never would have imagined it would taste this exquisite. I'm glad to see my earlier skepticism was wholly unwarranted. It's hard to believe that this was just grilled. Yeah, I didn't even think that you could get a fish this tasty. Haha, glad you all liked it. Even I was surprised at how delicious it was. It just melts in your mouth. I feel like it's my duty to share it with the rest of the town now. Looks like I'll have to put in another request with Toval. I'm sure he'll gladly accept. Yeah, once he hears about how good it is, he'd have to be crazy to turn down the opportunity. You said it. Honestly though, I want to thank you again for all your help. Unfortunately, all I can offer is stock from the store, but please take it. Received fresh herb times 10. Received acerbic tomato times 10. Received chitinous shell times 10. I wish you all the best with the rest of your field study. Thank you. Good day then. Quest, a golden catch completed. And... Yep, okay. That completes that. To the Bracer Guild. I'ma save just in case I miss something. Should we head back to the guild and start filing everything away? After you return to the guild to file your reports, the time of day will advance to evening and the main story will proceed. Return to the guild. Thus, the members of Group A brought their fruitful day of work to an end, and following the instructions of Toval left for them, they began to not quite as exciting process of filing the paperwork. They really get sunset colors really well. Oh, of course, Millium is falling. Oh my goodness. Will I ever be able to, like, talk properly through one of these videos? Probably not. Oh, are you finished? Yeah, we just finished getting everything sorted out. Goodness, that was exhausting. And she's sleeping. That little brat. She could at least try and help instead of lying around like a house cat. I can't say I'm surprised. I doubt she's used to spending this long on such exciting tasks. Oh well, we're almost finished. Alright then. Still, it really goes to show how top-rate Toval is. He fulfills a lot of requests on his own, and still has time to handle all the day-to-day realities of running a guild branch. Indeed. It's even more impressive when you consider that he finds time to visit other regions of the country as well. His mobility and knack for solving problems are exactly what one would expect from a bracer. The guild may have been forced out of the country, but he's still out there trying to help as many people as he can. Even when we were in Berehard, he came to our aid. And if you look at all these records, it's clear that the people really trust him and rely on him for help. That's very true, but... is something the matter? Nah, I was just thinking, if bracers play an essential role to the people of other countries, are they not just as essential to Erebonians? Well, you may be right, and not just because they help maintain public order and provide other services. That ideal, prioritizing the protection of civilians above all else, is pretty noble. It's something people admire. That's certainly true. In many ways, it's that form of nobility that's beginning to fall by the wayside within Erebonia's aristocracy. I'm not sure the issue is as black and white as you'd have it. The guild is an organization first and foremost. Organization first and foremost, and one based far too much on idealism, and far too little on practicality. Donations and public funding can only go so far as in covering its operating costs. It's no stretch at all to say that with the empire as it is now, the guild's removal was inevitable. That's what my brother said when we discussed this. Eustace. Looks like his brother is weighing on his mind. I suppose that's another way to look at it. I have to admit, it sounds rather cold and dismissive, but it does carry more weight coming from Rufus Alberea. Pondering. Emma, they're so big. And soft. Milliam? Look at that. She doesn't even have to wake up to be an irritant. Anyway, it shouldn't take too much longer to finish filing the rest of the reports. We should focus on getting everything done and returning to the mansion. Sounds good to me. Exclamations! Excuse me, is anyone here? Oh, you're the girl who works at Watteau's shop. store, aren't you? Oh, Lady Laura, is Toval here by any chance? I'm afraid Toval is out of town on business at the moment. Is something the matter? They haven't come home. Julian and Carno still haven't come back from the castle! Exclamations. Wait, you don't mean... Did those two go to Lohengrin Castle? Surely you don't mean to suggest they took a boat without any supervision? I'm afraid so. They said something about going on an adventure. Then they took one of the boats without even asking. It's evening now and they still haven't come back. This sounds like a serious problem. Yeah, and right when Toval is away from the guild too. We'll just have to do whatever we can to help out. I agree. We can't just stand around and hope they'll come back. If we're to search the lake, we'll need a boat ourselves. I'll have Klaus prepare one for us at once. While you do that, I'll wake up Milliam and we'll have another look around the town to see if we can find them. Splitting up and searching the town does seem to be the best course of action. Thank you. Rest assured, we'll do all we can to find him. The group searched the town from top to bottom, but they found no sign of the missing children. And by the time the other residents became aware of what was happening, evening had given way to night. Well, I think it's safe to say the boys aren't in town. Looks like they really did head out towards the castle in a boat. The lake's been calm, and there's no sign of a boat on the water, so at least it's unlikely they capsized. Oh, guess that leaves the castle then, right? Lohengrin Castle was once the stronghold of the Eisenritter, and while the Arsaid family is still its stewards, it's rare that anyone ventures inside. I hope nothing terrible has happened to them. Their parents are really worried too. I've asked them to stay at home and wait for us to contact them, but at this point, all we can do is venture into the castle and see what we find. We have use of a boat now, do we not? We do. A couple students from the Arsaid school are preparing an orbital boat for us as we speak. It does worry me that it has started to grow misty again, though. Well, let's head down to the wharf. Let's make sure all of our equipment is sorted out and we have everything we need, just in case. Right, let's hurry. And with that, we will end tonight's episode. Before we head over that direction and see what is going on. Yes, we get to visit the castle. Pretty excited for that. So, until then, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye for now.